Okay.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 24th Annual Garden State Film Festival. We are live streaming at the Berkeley Oceanfront Hotel inside the Shared Universe Podcast Lounge. We're back, my friends. My name is Ming Chen.
CJ Cullen.
And we have one of our beloved filmmakers back here. Could you please introduce yourself and the name of your film, my friend?
My name is Vincent Corona Evans. The film is The River Song. It's a music animated video.
Music, all right, animated and music video.
And animated. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. Thanks.
Yeah, that's awesome. What inspired this? Are you an animator by trade?
I'm not, but I'm a musician by trade.
Okay.
So, and so I was working on an album. I put an album out called Tides in November, and one of the songs on it is The River Song.
Yeah.
This was about me growing up, and so what I figured was while I was writing it, I was thinking about this character going on. And so I'm also an illustrator. So prior to my music work, I used to be a professional illustrator.
Oh, wow.
And so, so in drawing it, I just decided I started like sketching out this character. And then I said, well, I gotta animate this thing. And so, and I was, so that's how that started. And I just wound up doing the whole thing. So from scratch, I play all the instruments, I sing.
Yeah.
Do the whole thing, mixed it, mastered it. I'm an engineer at work, so I work at Ocean County Music in Point Pleasant Beach. Okay. And so I'm local. And and in doing that, I had time. So because I work during the day, and this is a long answer for your question.
No.
This is, because I work during the day, I wind up going in at 5 in.the morning.
Yeah.
And I record the music.
Right.
And then, so it's before work. And then after I have an 8-year-old son, we put him to bed. We, maybe watch TV a little bit. And then I go in upstairs and I draw.
That's awesome.
So it's like I got 4 hours sleep, but I got it done.
Either sleep or you work on your passion project.
Right, exactly.
It's something you're very passionate
How
about.
long is
Absolutely. It's 3 minutes, about 3 minutes.
Okay, but in animation, that's a long time.
It's a long time. A lot of frames for that, right? I mean,
we were just talking to someone earlier. It had 2 minutes, and they're like, "Oh, it took forever."
Yeah,
it does, right? So like when you start drawing this and you start sketching it out, you start realizing like 24 frames, 16 frames. What am I going with?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did you
start working. I went right. So
mixed frame rate, or did you go sit on 12? Or?
Some of the earlier stuff might have been 24, but I think I ended on 16.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was, you know what I mean? And but that's funny, yes, because you wind up doing that, and then you wind up having scenes, and God forbid you spend maybe 2 weeks on a scene, and then when you're done in, and you're like, I don't need that anymore.
Boy.
You know what I mean, right?
It's hard to cut that out.
But what's good with animation is you're timing it to the beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean.
You can be very exact.
So you can be really exact with exactly how you're changing these scenes, and then it's like, and because it's animation, I don't have to worry necessarily. I do all the backgrounds first,
right?
And then I'm worried about I've laid them out. I'm gonna maybe reuse them. I got a rain scene, I got a daytime scene, I got a this scene, and then so that's.
And how long did this take you to animate? Fully animate?
A full year.
A year. Okay.
Yeah, a full
First
year.
time you did this, or you've done it before?
I've never done it to a full project. I've done like little animations, talking about flash animation back in the day, right?
Yeah, I
remember
Macromedia,
right? You know what I mean?
Macromedia,
right? I was in .com for a while, so that's what. Yeah, I was doing that.
That was the 2000s, man.
2000s, man, exactly, right? 1999 and 2000, I was a Macromedia guy.
Oh wow!
I remember it was like, wait, I can keyframe between these two scenes, and it'll fill it in for me. Like,
it was very exciting.
Awesome.
It was very exciting to tween something.
Yeah, it was great.
Box to a triangle. You're like
tweening, and it's like, wait, it just moved. I just had to put 2 keyframes in. This is awesome.
So, having said that, I would have loved to have gone back to that, but they don't. They don't have Macromedia Flash anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
So that was too disappointing. But I tried to animate. I tried a couple of different applications. I wound up going with hand drawing it, scanning it in. Adobe kind of colored it. Going into Photoshop, fix it up.
Yeah.
And then, to my surprise, after trying all these different applications, and there's nothing against Animate if people are using it, that's great. But for me, I wound up sticking with Photoshop, ironically.
Yep.
So Photoshop, they have a time frame.
They got the animation
and
window.
it wound up being really perfect, kind of for like timing out how long a particular thing was, and then I just saved it out.
You can use layers.
Man, it was really cool, right? My backgrounds were there. I could just change them into this, but even so, it still took me a while to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? It was still a lot of work, my friends.
So much work
there was a lot going on with that, so it was fun.
Yeah, but in the animation, in the Illustrator, you can do whatever you want. The world's open.
Yeah. Nothing beats a pad and a pen.
That's awesome.
So that's really cool. And then, and then thinking about the song, like thinking about like what I wanted to actually say.
Yeah.
You know,
was it always your intention to submit to film festivals?
No. So this was cool. So I finished this off. I have maybe half of it done.
Yeah.
And I'm at work. I teach music for a living, and so one of the guys that comes in, his name is James Dalton. So he had submitted a song a couple of years back to Garden State and a film festival, and he won.
Okay.
So he comes in and he goes, "Man, you got to submit this."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's really cool." There's another guy named Guy Daniels who didn't even just do that. He gave me Diane's number.
Oh, wow.
Oh, directly. Yeah.
Now, this is what's really funny. So there's a funny story. So what happens is, this is basically telling a story about when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And so we moved around a lot when I was a kid, right? So one of the places we stayed at was, for a duration of time, years really, my dad stayed there for a couple of years, but we lived somewhere else. But it was Tides Motel in Shark River Hills. So this doesn't exist anymore. It got wiped out from Sandy. But in the meantime, what happens is, this is the connection, right? So Guy Daniels gives me Diane's number. And he says, just call her. And I've never done really a cold call, least of all to a film festival or something, right? So I call her. She, very polite person. She calls me back, right? Because she thinks, and then she tells me how my message was about, what it was about, blah, 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 about the Tides Motel. She goes, this is crazy. And I go, why? She goes, well, my father owned the Tides Motel.
Wow. Like you can't.
Like back in the 60s.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
So that was amazing. And then I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And then, really cool. And then I come here and, so then I'm finishing off the video, and then I'm like, okay, now I have a direction to go in. And now I finish off the stuff, and I'm going really excited. Actually, James talked about it at the middle of the film. I just jumped 3-6 months, but then I finished it, and then I finally talked to Diane, right? And so in the meantime, then now I have the finished film. I submit it. I talked to there was the interviewer. His last name was Schwartz, right?
Yeah.
So Calvin, right? And so Calvin winds up also having a cover of Shark River Hills on his book. So he's like, wait, this is crazy. I tell him about Diane. He goes, this is cool.
Yeah.
So we all have this common little thing,
right,
which is pretty neat. I mean, it's nobody talks about Shark River Hills. Shark River Hills is awesome, but it's
there,
tucked away in the middle. Yeah. You drive past it over Belmar.
It's a number of coincidences that led you to this moment.
So my
right
drawings
here.
are all from Shark River Beach looking at Belmar, right?
That's
you know
awesome.
what I mean? With the character going around the things.
I mean, if anything should be in the Garden State Film Festival, it's probably that. So, yeah, for sure. When is it screening?
The screening already passed.
Oh, it did?
It was at 12:30 today.
How'd it go?
It was amazing. It was wonderful. Really cool. Yeah,
okay.
Everybody, there was a good crowd of people. Every film was awesome.
Yeah, but I love seeing the animations. They don't get a ton of them, but they do try to get a few animated projects in here.
Q&A.
Little Q&A was fun, right? The first question was by my son, Joel, which was really funny. And so I'm in the cartoon, I'm 9 years old. It really was the character that I based that off of. Of course, my son.
Yeah,
so I got him out back and I'm filming him. I'm trying to retroscope him like the Disney movie, right? Trying to do that stuff. So it was a lot of fun.
That's awesome.
Super cool,
That's
man.
great.
That's all. I'm glad you got a great reaction for sure.
Yeah.
What are you working on now? Is there more?
So there's
projects?
more. So right now there's more songs.
Bug? I'm like,
yes, I am.
So
there's more. And
same thing.
Well, a little bit different, right? So what I decided was because I want to get my hands in a lot of different types of animation.
Okay.
So while I was doing this, I did a word video for a song called "Home at Both Ends."
Yeah.
Then I did a stick figure animation because I just wanted to kind of run through that.
Yep.
Well, I remember doing the flip books when I was a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So that's what it was based off of, and then that's for another song, and that's already done. They're both out there making waves, and then now I got a new one. I got two of them. So one of them is going to be a paper. It's literally overlaid paper.
Okay.
And it's like stop animation kind of, right? And my son's helping me with that. Kind of fun because it's like a family little thing.
That's cool.
He's got a little we cut out a little Roman soldier guy, with spikes thing, and he's going to fight a dragon or something with a sword or whatever. And that's going to go to one of the songs. And then I also have a Roger Rabbit thing coming up where I want to have an actor and a little character driving around with him together.
Oh wow!
So
that's
it's like,
hard thing to do.
Yeah, right, exactly. Well, that's the truth. It's the happiest song on the album.
Yeah,
and I want it to be the darkest, skewed, a real skewed way of doing it. This little character is supposed to be maybe his psyche, and it's maybe they're going around doing something.
It reminds me of the Paula Abdul back in the day when she did.
But not that happy.
Right,
not that happy. I don't want that. Not that happy. But this is going to be
right? That concept,
the concept of the person and the animation. I think yeah, there's a couple of them out there probably with animated like little characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to try something different.
That's awesome. So we'll probably
absolutely.
be
That's
seeing you
cool.
back here at some
I'm going to
point.
try it. Yeah, I think
That's awesome,
that'd be
man.
awesome if I could do that again and
Yeah.
again and again.
Pretty much, you're hitting every single type of animation.
I'm going to try. I'm going to try my best. I mean, there's a lot of really cool styles out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so why not? I mean, if I did this and it took me a year, it takes me 2 for the next one. Who cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, all I got is time. So why
Yeah.
not? You know what I
Labor
mean?
loves, my
Sounds
friends.
good.
That's how it happens.
4 hours sleep. So that's
And
all
4
right.
hours. That's all you need is 4 hours. You're good. You
That's
can run
it.
on 4 hours of sleep.
Absolutely.
Naps here and there. Yeah, for sure.
Sure, why not? You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's awesome, man.
Super cool, man.
That is
Thank
really
you.
cool.
That's great.
Awesome.
Congratulations,
Congrats.
my
Thank you
friend.
so much. Thank you so
where,
much.
Are you submitting this to
So,
War Fest?
yeah, I
or
got a
where can we see it in the future?
So right now, yeah. So it should be if you go to like I'm on Spotify, VCE.
Oh, cool.
The album's
You'll be-
name is Tides.
Okay.
So like that's the actual album itself, and then through that you can connect to YouTube.
Yes.
I'm going to be and I'm going to be posting this one soon. Like,
Okay.
You know, the video itself. I wanted to wait. I wanted to do it here
Yep,
first.
for sure.
I am doing. I also submitted to Jersey Shore Film Festival.
Yep.
Just and
Yeah.
I don't maybe Monmouth. I don't know. So
Yep.
I think that's in there. And
Yeah.
I think you know what I mean. And I think just to go for it. You know, I was at Sugarloaf last year a little bit, so that was fun. You know. Yeah.
Are there animation film festivals?
There
Just
are.
animation?
There are. Now, there was a really good one called the New York Animation Film Festival, but they kept postponing it. I think they just wanted to get more
Entries
animation,
and
more
okay, yeah,
more
yeah, yeah.
things. So I'm still. That's like a question mark right,
Right.
now. We'll see. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Why not?
It's awesome. Well, great
You know,
luck with everything.
yeah. Yeah, man.
The music, the animation,
Super cool. Yeah,
everything
thank
for
you.
sure.
Yeah, a lot of
and
fun.
thanks for jumping
Yeah,
in with
thank
us.
you.
Thanks, man. Thank
Yeah.
you so much for having
It's
me.
awesome.
Thank
And
you.
thanks for
Thank you.
watching, everybody. GSFF.org for tickets, info. I mean, we're really just getting started. I know it's, we got half a day, but they're blocks
like
starting
we're
at
just
9
starting,
o'clock,
right? We've been here doing
8:55,
this since 10 a.m.
8
we feel
o'clock. Yeah, and then all day tomorrow. So get
All
down
day
here.
tomorrow.
And if you're watching, keep watching because we're not done yet. We're
No.
just getting started.
Just
so,
getting started tonight.
We'll see you in a bit, my friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, guys, thank you.